this is another remake because of copyright material.
We're going to the North Georgia mountains, Blue Ridge to be exact.
This is our meeting place in Alachua. And here we're going through Lake City. And when we got to the other side of Lake City on the north side, we had one more stop right here where we picked up Cliff and Lynn.
It's drizzling, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Kind of feels like we're in the mountains already, don't it?
It does.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. We're good to go.
What are those drinking glasses in there?
Yeah. Cecil's beer wagon.
Everybody's going to follow Cecil now.
Just inside Georgia, here we are at the Suwannee River Cafe in Fargo, and also our first gas stop.
You ready to eat, Ed?
I'm ready. Ready right now.
More coffee?
Woo! Here we are, Fargo!
This is a neat little restaurant, and of course they got one of my favorites right now, the buffet. We kind of timed in between the end of breakfast and the beginning of lunch, but it was great food. And this next clip, this is just us. Getting ready to leave Fargo. Here we got our radios on the same channel, and this is what happens. This is our group.
It's clips like these, we had the music playing, and YouTube didn't like it, so I had to take these songs on. One of the reasons we redid this video.
If she followed in the car, she sure helped with luggage. Not really sure where we're at right here. I know one thing, since Fargo to the next picture at the Blue Willow Inn, which is a great buffet by the way, we had issues with rain, so I never got to bring my camera out. There's a lot of little stories on that.
I miss Cecil.
Just
You do it again, Cecil?
Down, picking up the bill.
Wow, I'm getting hungry right now looking at this. Man, I ate seafood, I ate prime rib, back to seafood, back to prime rib. One thing neat, we're only about 30 minutes from the motel we're going to stay at. So when we left here, it was kind of uncomfortable sitting in that seat. Ah, there's me and Marcia right there. Of course, we walked around, took some pictures, and everybody is all excited about the trip. I mean, tomorrow after our motel, we'll only have like 130 miles to go. Yep, our first night right here, and you know, with us, alcohol was involved. We were having a great time, telling stories, joking around, lots of fun, man. This is what it's about.
Oh, and nobody heard me. You come over that hill.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, we're in Dawsonville, close to the mountains. It's beautiful. Cresting that hill.
Moonshine.
Like Jill said, this is Dawsonville, and we're just starting to get into a little bit of hilly country here. This is neat. We ended up stopping at the car museum, looked around at the car museum. At the same time, they had a pretty nice car show going on. Remember Smokey and the Bandit? I remember seeing it. First time I saw it was in a little town, Washington, North Carolina, at the drive-in.
Hey, you guys getting ready to do a beer run?
We just did one.
Oh, did you?
We must have spent probably a good hour just walking around, checking out the cars, having a good time, and doing like we always do, cutting up. And it's kind of neat. They had a whole bunch of Trans Ams there, so I guess they must have had a Trans Am club that had shown up too. Well, we're not very far from Blue Ridge right now, and we're taking mainly some of these little back roads on the way up there. The ride, it's great. Stereo's going on the bike. We're just having a blast. Blue Ridge at last. We were getting something to eat, and then we headed to the house we rented. Man, Marcia picked a good one here. In fact, when we're coming up the driveway, I was thinking there's no way this is our house for the next 10 days, and it was. I figured we're going to scare the daylights out of the residents there.
Okay. Let's see. Who do we toast to?
Carol, come to down here with your friends. Good times and a great ride.
I have got to say, this house was nice, man. Yeah, it was pretty expensive for them days, but when you broke it down to 6 couples, came to something like $84 a night for us, so it worked out great. Look at that garage, will you? That garage looked really good, especially with them bikes on, and most of the group here was on the Natchez Trace trip we made last year. And if you watched the video we got on our site, you would have seen it with Ed becoming Junior Ranger. Well, when we got up here, somebody right away had already made a clock, already hung it in the kitchen, so when Ed walked in, the clock was already there with a picture of him as Junior Ranger.
This is the grassy knoll. Where is that third shooter?
So see the fence line right there? That's where the road follows that fence line.
Like this, Marcia?
I love this. This is our beautiful home in the mountains.
This is day 1, and our first ride will be going to the Dillard house. Another one of them nice buffets I recommend. They have some nice country roads back here, and this is Aska Farms Road, and the place we're staying at is Aska Farms. And what a neat road. This is the gas station that we'll hit every morning, and this year I did something a little different. This footage right here is done with a GoPro camera. I used to GoPro with most of the ride, and I'm not going to stop using my regular camera because I can shoot back, down, everything. But you're going to see a lot of video with the GoPro.
Hey, Cap!
It was kind of cool to see one of my buddies right here, Richard. I ain't seen him in a few years. Buddies, he used to be one of my bosses too. We're at this one mill here, and we're just taking pictures. And I'll tell you, what a nice day, and the trip is just starting off. Picture of the girls, and that's what girls can make you do. And here we're getting ready to start the ride again. Now, if you like eating like I do, I recommend that you check out this Dillard house in Georgia. Man, food is great, and it's a little different. Instead of you going to the buffet comes to you. They bring you all these little plates, and they ask you what else you want, and you tell them. That's it. You just go if you get lunch here. I've done breakfast and everything. Our quick gas stop. Don't you hate it when you're on a trip, everybody's following you, and you turn one road too soon? What a pain.
up one more. Where we at, guys?
Michael, we are in Blue Ridge, Georgia at the English store. And we're getting salads for dinner tonight because we're all so full from lunch and eating at the Dillard house that nobody wants to eat anything big and heavy.
Yeah.
So it's salad night. Let's rock Gainesville.
All right, this pretty much brings the end of the first day of riding. Here we're on Aska Road, heading back. Now, I wanted to put this clip in. Here we're coming off Aska Road, and this here is the driveway to Aska Farms. I tell you, the driveway alone is a pretty neat little driveway, and it's a great one walking when you're walking down the hill. Walking back up is a little bit of a pain, but this is definitely a neat place, and again, Marcia did very well in finding this place for us. And one of the things I liked about it is this big 3-car garage. You'd pull in one side of it and start to pull out the other, and then just back in and park your bike. It worked out pretty nice. And here's the house. This was cool. Well, before we ended up parking the bikes, we sat here a few minutes and we decided we're going to get a nice picture of the bikes in the back on the other side of the pool. So here they're all lined up, but you know what? The sun is in the wrong place right now. So I decided, I had Googled this map and it showed this cool little bridge. So me, Ed, and Tony, we ended up going down to check the bridge. It was only about 8 miles away. Okay, here's that bridge right here, and you can tell it rained pretty good last night, but we went and checked the bridge out, walked all along it. I got some video of going across it and of bringing everybody down here, but it didn't happen this day. It happened another day, and you'll see it in the video. Oh man, I can't believe what I'm seeing. What timing. They even made a fan out of Junior Ranger picture.
They got Junior Ranger bands!
Just like Junior Ranger.
We love you, man.
I feel alone. Oh, this is not right.
I got it on video, Ed. It really happened.
NASCAR.
Gonna go classic or one of this? Oh, that is the Junior Ranger.
So this is what Ed woke up to the next morning. Cool. Today we're going to do the Cherohala, and Cecil and Diane, they're going to go ahead and take off. We'll meet up with them later on, and the rest of the group, we're ready to ride. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road. This gas station worked out pretty good. Every morning, this is where we gassed up at, and they had plenty of gas pumps here. Now in the video, I'm not putting every road titled up there. On our webpage, we have the map for each day, and it's a Google map, so you can check everything out on it. Well, our first stop on the Cherohala Skyway, and what you know, there's Diane and Cecil. We are really pretty lucky here in North Central Florida, because sitting here looking at this video, making it, this is only about 450 miles away. Look at the terrain here. This is beautiful. Florida, flat. Well, this was a neat stop here. Unfortunately, we had to stop because Tom's muffler was falling off. But I gotta say, right here, I think they call it 3 Moons over Cherohala. What a beautiful sight. So we stopped here and enjoyed the view for a little. There's an all-you-can-eat buffet just a couple miles up here at Tellico Plains, and I wanted to stop there, but the weather's looking bad, and so we just went up a few miles, got gas at the gas station, and then started our trip home. And I gotta find the road number. This was a neat little ride home. Now, I really like this road. I mean, this is one of them roads you put on a good song. Well, on this road, a bunch of good songs, and you just ride. I can't believe I'm still working on this video every now and then. Now it's January 2013. This was filmed and made 2012. And I tell you, just sitting here watching this, I'm ready to go again. Okay, this looks like a good place to pull in here at Sonic, and we did, pulled in here. I didn't do a lot of videoing because we were busy putting our rain gear on, and it was a good thing we did.
Alright, hold up.
Wow, I'm glad we're only 20 miles from Aska Farms. You hear those raindrops coming down? They're big and cold. And I'll tell you, one thing annoying at this light, other than the car wouldn't move, was that light. We sat through a cycle. They went all the way through, red, green, and our lane never opened. It's really amazing. Just a few minutes later, after you're drenched, it looks pretty good out here.
Yeah, we'll give it a few minutes.
Our whole trip up there, this was our bedroom, and there's the pool from the bedroom. And I'll tell you, the size of the bedroom, man, it had to have been almost as big as our house, I think. It's a pretty good sized bedroom and the bathroom, and what a neat place. On the next scene, it's going to be our trip going to Dalton from Blue Ridge, and then to Dahlonega, and then on 60 back to Blue Ridge.
Hey, where's Cecil when you need him, right? Is everybody thinking about Cecil? Yeah, that's Cecil. Why is that?
Oh, we got him a new ride.
Somebody hasn't ridden yet.
I do believe whatever road you go on up in this area, you're going to have a nice road for riding motorcycles on.
Now,
Pretty up here. We're in Fort Mountain State Park.
Now this is a neat sight coming off the mountain. Mountain Creek Harley Davidson, and my little camera's fogging up again. I think I got that issue resolved now. Because of the rain and stuff, I always had the waterproof casing, and I think that's where it fogged up with.
what did you like, baby?
I like this bike right here. And I like this one too.
I do too.
I'm gonna go look for some merchandise.
I get a very scary feeling when I take Marcia in the Harley shop and she starts saying, I like this, I like that. Alright, it's time to head to Dahlonega. Now, I didn't take a lot of video of the Smith House. I can tell you, once again, it's all you can eat buffet. The food was great. And on this picture, looking at the top, now you can see it right there, that's a mirror up on the ceiling, angled down to look into the mine here. I was too busy eating, to tell you the truth. Okay, we're leaving the Smith House here, and we're heading back to Aska Farms. And again, we're going to be hitting Highway 60 again. Man, there's so many nice roads up here. I'm looking forward to going back. But apparently, I don't know where I'm at. I got lost right up here. Everything changed for me real quick. Eeny, meeny, mighty mo. Okay, which one has the U-turn on it? Just do it. Go for it, man.
I don't know where we were at. I thought that was the other bridge. That's okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh. We gotta turn around. Look, go up.
Well, I picked the wrong one. And I tell you, you can't see him behind that bush, but there's his head sticking out a little. There is a big dog there. Had one of those radio controlled collars, so that's what saved us. Wow, one wrong turn, one U-turn with a big ass dog, and it looks like my group here is already losing faith in me. Even though it was a wrong road, you gotta admit this is really a nice little road, man. We're close to Aska Farms now. We're not very far at all, maybe 20 miles. Another neat stop. Now remember that day when we went to the Dillard house and all, and we got back in, me, Tony, Ed, we came down here. I wanted to check this bridge out. I seen it on the internet while we're planning a trip, and it really looked cool. Well, here we got the group coming back, and guess what? We go right by this bridge. So here we're taking some pictures, doing our exploring, and we're having a fun. This brings us into day 4. The Day of the Dragon.
Yeah, Michael.
Well, we are far enough away from you without a radio.
Do you have sound on? Do you know what today is, Mikey? Today's the day the Red Plaid Tour does the Dragon.
And what exactly is the Red Plaid Tour?
Well, that's the fabric that we cut from your plaid pajamas.
Okay, we can stop here.
Here we're at the dam, and I think we're going up on 129. I haven't been this way from Robinsonville before. Here we just took a little stop, took some pictures, and we're not too far from the dragon now from the beginning. This is one of those sites that I know thousands of you know where you're at right here.
Video. Never know.
You need to have a sign on your head.
Yeah.
We're going to get us a little tail today. Just saying.
Dragon tail, that is. Here we're just taking a few pictures and looked at the tree of shame. I didn't even put a picture of the tree of shame in here. And then it was back off to do Slay the Dragon. And here we start off the dragon. Of course, I hear a cliff back there. We're going to get a little tail. My thoughts really with my heights thing is that song, what? I got a tiger by the tail. Oh boy, here we go.
What was the fourth one? USA.
US 120, US 129 photos.
You have fun then, baby?
Yeah, I think so.
Once again, it's picture time. And I'm sure there's many pictures. That's a good picture of our group right there. And the show must go on. If you stay on this road, you'll go by the little Harley store. Normally we take the Foothills Parkway all the time, and so we never seen the Harley store. But coming back this day, I believe it's this day, we will see the Harley store for once. Okay, we're on 129, now we're going to get off 129, and this is the Foothills Parkway. This is a nice ride. We had fun on this one too. Now, I'm kind of letting all these clips run a little bit long for you to get a better idea, but I just want you guys to know that if you're really interested in just this road or a lot of the other roads we've done, I've got a lot of video that's nothing but the whole trip on whatever road we're at. So on our webpage, you can look at the links up above and you'll see different roads like Deal's Gap or whatever the road is, and you can click on it and it's pretty much just a video of the road. Here we're coming up to Smoky Mountain Harley Davidson in Maryville. This is a pretty nice Harley Davidson shop. They had a pretty big selection of motorcycles, and at the same time they had some good deals on some of the jackets. Marcia got herself a nice jacket, pretty good price on it too. It was a deal.
This is another place on the video where I just got to mute the sound because they're playing some good rock and roll right now, but if I put it in here, this video would be banned one more time.
Now, I was a little let down here, don't get me wrong, the food's great, but I'm a volume type guy, and I asked what you got more with, and they told me, well, I should have gone with the pulled pork. All my buddies got the pulled pork, had a big plate.
All right, Tony, tell me all about it.
What about it? What do you want to know about Maryville here at the Harley Davidson dealership? I'm going to eat me some lunch.
I got a sticker of the dragon.
Do you have anything to add?
No.
What? That's unusual.
I know.
Jill.
I'm still sleepy.
What'd you say, Ed? Was it
We're
good?
at the shed, Harley Davidson, and once again, we're doing what we do best. We're feasting.
We're stinkers getting some vittles.
Now, with our group, this isn't the first time you see them line dancing, and it won't be the last time that they line dance. You ought to see the people looking most of the time.
Again, I got to kill the sound from all our speakers are playing, what is it, stroking. Stroke it to the north, stroke it to the south. Just kind of kills the video.
One of the problems with making the video of a few days up there is I had way too much video. I had the GoPro camera, I had my Sunny camera, and all the pictures. And somehow, I don't know where the pictures are of the little Harley shop on 129. We should have just passed it, but here we are, back on the Dragon. Now, today is pretty much just sticking around Blue Ridge. We went to Mercer's here, I think that's how you call it in a minute. Ate breakfast, great breakfast. Go back there again. Then we went to Blue Ridge and then back to the Aska Farms.
Here we go. Come on, Seth.
I'm gonna go shopping. Yeah, me too. Yeah, let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping.
You wanna go
That's
shopping
push away
too?
from the picture.
Carol's gonna have to get a car new trailer. I know. Uh-oh.
Things will be great when you're downtown. Don't wait a minute for
me.
Something like that, yeah.
All we're doing today is checking out the town of Blue Ridge.
Whoa.
Here's yours.
Well, where's yours?
I got a whole handful of them. Yeah, that's nice.
Vicky?
She's got one.
Kenny over here, come on.
Ready?
1,
2.
Hold on, I gotta think what to wish on. You made me almost drop my pen. I saw that. I think I scared you.
I'm wishing we could buy that house. Or she may just give it to us.
You can't tell what. Now do another wish.
Make another one up.
Uh-oh, Cecil dropped his penny. Hurry up so before.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Is this anything? Is this anything like peeing in the fountain or something? Should we do that?
The lady that owns Aska Farms also owns this restaurant. So, hey, let's check it out.
We got stories.
We got a story about that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to do it.
Oh, I have to
All
tell
right,
you.
say it so you can hear it.
Okay, I need to bring you up to speed. You heard Junior Ranger earlier going, hey, on the tractor. Then you heard these guys going, hey. Well, what's all behind that is when we're at Aska Farms, we went down that long driveway, and on the field next door they had a covered bridge, and they wanted to see the covered bridge. So they opened the gate and started going in. As they did, I looked on the hill, and here comes this bull starting to go down the hill. They couldn't see him. I'm hollering, they're not believing me, and all of a sudden you see all these people running back to the gate. And after they got back to the gate, they started this stuff with the bull. Hey! And it just, we never dropped it. Okay, after we checked out Blue Ridge some, we ended up coming back here to this bridge, and we finished off the day here. And this is also where we're going to start our final day with trips and everything tomorrow. We'll eat breakfast here in the morning. This will be our last day. We'll be checking out Helen, Georgia, and we're cutting our trip short by a day because of that dang gone tropical storm.
All my cars are like new. I got a 41 Packard, 4-door convertible.
Wow.
Got all Cadillac running gear.
Wow.
Got a Vortec engine in it. I like Chevrolets now. I got a 55 hardtop, 55 convertible, 56 hardtop, 56 convertible, 57 hardtop, 57 convertible.
Where's
Got a
Cecil?
57
Yeah, really.
I'm getting on video. He'll hear
I
this.
got a 57 Cadillac Eldorado Brit convertible.
Oh yeah.
I got a 69 Camaro with it's got a 396 in it. I've got a 2009 Dodge Challenger with a 425 horse in it, on 160 miles an hour. And since we got the drag strip over there, we can try all these cars out. But anyway,
What's your name?
Jim Clack. Yeah, you got my car, Dad.
Yeah,
so,
we got it.
And like I say,
But I was getting it for the camera.
I rent this place to these
Well, you know, in the back of your mind you're thinking the trip is about over with, because tomorrow we will be heading home. The breakfast here was good. We enjoyed it. And Now Cecil, Diane, and Eric, they headed out. They did another run. Eric's only been here since Friday, and here we're going home shortly, so he made a real quick trip up and back.
Need to put some high octane in it.
Yeah, right.
That'll clear it out.
Let's ride girls plaid.
Plaid Tour. Red Plaid Tour. Just the pole.
In Helen.
All right, as Tom says, do it.
You know, it's the end of May. Man, it was hot. And another thing, they advertise these ice cream cones look loaded out. Man, they look big. I got an ice cream cone from these people. It's the smallest thing I've ever seen. Then once again, it was that time to head home. And once again also, like I said earlier, every road out here is nice. And here's another nice road heading home. The one thing you guys don't see, you see all the rides and you see a few clips of where we're at, but I could probably have a whole nother video of us just cutting up at the house, cutting up around the pool. We just had a blast.
Oh, I'm at home.
We're sad to go. We're going to take Zach Brown with us to Georgia.
This does bring us to the end of the video. These pictures are pretty much in order of the trip. Here we're in Fargo and made it to the Blue Willow Inn. Boy, like I told you before, the buffet's great. There's our group picture. Car show they had, and I mean, here's all the pictures, and I'm just gonna probably put a little music to it. And it was a great trip. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and can't believe I haven't made this video to now. Oh, one other thing to explain. There's the owner of the house. One other thing to explain was the Red Plaid Tour they were naming. They ended up one day there. I went in the garage, and here's all the antennas got these plaid stripes on them, plaid pieces of material, and we got Junior Ranger with the clock in there that somebody had put up before everybody walked in, so when Junior Ranger came in there, it was like, oh God. Well, I didn't even notice that on top of the clock was a Power Ranger, so I got another name now too. And Carol, she went through the painstaking effort of making a pair of plaid pajamas to put on that Ranger, and that's where the name of the tour came from. Again, we're coming, I guess in another 3 months we'll be making another trip. Maybe I'll get the video out a little faster this time. There I am. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and here's a few pictures, and we'll see you on the road sometime.
Also, be sure to check out our YouTube page. We also have a Facebook page, and we also have a website trying to keep these all together. This, once again, was a Michael and Marcia's Motorcycle Trips video. Ain't that right, Sprocket Baby, huh?